character of Colin Miller, the Wicked One, is meant to be an homage to Halloween. It's Michael Myers. I wanted something in that same vein. I wanted someone that had did something in his youth that was terrible.
Do you know what it's saying? It's saying to spill your putrid fucking guts! Oh! No!
And now is unleashed on the world. So it was always, this is the character, this is my Michael Myers. So that's how he came to be.
Backstory for Colin. Basically, you're all-American kid, good kid. Everything's cool, very much like Michael Myers from Halloween, that just snaps out of nowhere, murders his entire family, kills his sister. Come to find out that it is because he is hearing voices, or a voice specifically, of this entity, the crow creature, that is basically only he can hear, that is commanding him to do these atrocious acts.
Speeding. The Wicked One, scene 42, take 2, MOS.
All right, and action.
There were a few things that inspired the look. I'm a huge fan of Rob Zombie because Rob's attention to detail in his films, whether people like the story or not, visually what he does from wardrobe to set design, everything is just, what's the word I would use? I think it's consuming, maybe. I really get into it. I don't like anything to be too clean because that's unrealistic. If somebody's wandering around the countryside, they're not going to be clean. So the look of the character was very weathered and dirty.
I mean, it's really creepy. I don't usually say that about a lot of things. That's some shit nightmares are made of. You know, like, honestly, I'm not even creeped out by masks. Like, it doesn't really bother me. But when Jack Norman puts this mask on, like, you kind of pee inside just a little bit. Like, it's really kind of creepy. The one aspect of the mask that really freaks me the hell out is the stitched lips. It's that whole, like, hush type thing of be quiet, you know, I'm killing you, so. Yeah, I just think it's unnerving.
And the mask actually was a combination of a few things. Number one, a Scarecrow wanted this Tim Burton-esque Scarecrow mask stitched together. And I have a filmmaker friend from out in California whose name is Chris Notarilli. And Chris has a character called the Doll Man. And he knows this. We've had this conversation. He did a movie called Methodic, which I own. And Methodic has this character that, again, is an homage to Halloween, but it's this white mask, this hood mask that he wears, and it's very simplistic. So I wanted something that was like maybe the Rob, and he'll think this is heresy because he hates Rob, that is a Rob Zombie version of that mask. So that's where we went with the mask and the stitched and decayed look and dirty look. So yeah.
Jack is the Wicked One. That's my opinion. He just absolutely loves that role. He loves walking around in that mask. it just wouldn't be the Wicked One without Jack Norman.
Like Roman said, Jack is the Wicked One. I mean, he is the perfect embodiment of the Wicked One. He's got the frame, he's got the walk, he's got everything. Like, he's just a big, lumbering, menacing, killing machine. And Jack does it well. He does it very well.
Jack has the ability to scare you and creep you out without saying a single word. So by him just seeing his eyes, or in some of the film you can see more than just his eyes, he can scare you just by looking at you. And he's extremely tall, so that's, scary for anybody. So I think nobody else could have played that role better than Jack.
Jack originally was not going to be the Wicked One. I had a actor who was going to be the Wicked One, and he dropped out last minute. Not sure why. He just said he couldn't do it, so all right, cool, fine. I had a filmmaker friend named Dan Murphy from Indiana.
Roman got 2 of them.
And Dan said you should check out this guy, Jack Norman. He's huge. He would sort of be perfect. So I started talking with Jack, and I think initially Jack was like, yeah, no. And then I explained the character more, and we kept talking, and that's sort of how Jack came into be. Jack is 6'6", almost 7 feet tall. And Jack has this infatuation with Tyler Mane, especially Tyler's rendition of Michael Myers. So Jack sort of brought his own thing to it. He's like, I should be, should have a long shaggy beard and sort of be this lumbering, hulking killer. I was like, sure, that's fine. That'll work. And that's sort of how Jack came to be. It's funny because Jack brings so much to the character that normal people wouldn't pick up on. Essentially, this is a character who doesn't speak. He has to tell a story through his eyes, through his body language. And he does all that more just by the simple movements, moving his head a certain way. It's creepy, but he really brings something to the character that I don't think anybody else could have done.
Action. Cut. That was it. Clean it. Help her.
So when you see in the movie, he's very intimidating. Horrifying guy. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2". I'm decent size. Jack he dwarfs me. Like, he's just huge guy. Imposing presence. Second they call cut, he is a teddy bear. Like, literally a teddy bear. Like, he's sitting there just cracking jokes, wearing his American flag shorts, and got his bandana on and everything. You just look at him and you're going, dude, you're supposed to be like a maniacal serial killer in this. You're talking about robots and anime. This is hilarious. But the second they call action, man, he puts that mask on and you feel intimidated. He certainly screwed my shit up.
I would, in all honesty, I would love to see a movie with Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, and the Wicked One, all in the same film, or a picture of all of them sitting having dinner or something, but throw the Wicked One in there. I think he ranks right up there with them for many reasons. Number one, because look at the mask. How can that not rank right there with all the other slasher killers that you see? But also because the film was great, and I think that there's a long future for the Wicked One.